Hello everybody, MightyNifty here, and today we are going to be making pie crust. This recipe is going to be the base for the pumpkin pie recipe being released tomorrow for the game Puppeteer, but until then this recipe is warm, flaky, and an essential tool for any baker or chef. This crust is easy and quick to make, so let's get started. First, we just want to take 2 sticks of unsalted butter and cube them up. We'll throw them into a bowl, cover it up, and place the bowl into the freezer for about 30 minutes. This will make it easier to combine the butter with the flour in a food processor. In this food processor we have our flour, sugar, and salt, and we can just add in our butter, pulsing until it becomes very crumbly. Next, we'll add in our water, 1/4 cup at a time, mixing, testing between each addition. The crust is ready when it forms a dough when pressed between our fingers, and it solidifies into a solid mass. Now we can turn these crumbles out onto our lightly floured table and press it together until it forms a solid dough ball. This could take a while, but once you're done, since this makes 2 pie crusts, I'll also cut it in half, shape both halves into a disc, and then chill it in the fridge for at least another hour if you want to use them today. Otherwise, you can throw them in the freezer and they'll last at least 3 months. Once you're ready to use your pie crust, just take it out of the fridge and leave it on the counter at room temperature for about 5 minutes just to make it a bit more malleable. Then we want to take our heavily floured surface and roll out the pie crust until it's the right diameter for our pie pan. Then just lay it over the pie pan and press it in, making sure that there's no air pockets underneath, otherwise you're going to have an uneven crust. Next, you just want to take the edges of the pie crust and cut around them until it's about a 1/2 inch all the way around. This will not only make it uniform for being aesthetically pleasing, but it will also make it so that the pie crust cooks evenly on the outside. And now I'm going to teach you how to crimp your pie. Anybody remember that show? No? Oh, okay. Yeah, so you just want to take the edges and you want to use your thumb and index finger of one hand and your thumb of the other hand and just pinch and press all the way around just to give it a nice look and just make it look like you have a homemade pie in case anybody doubts you. And that's how you make a pie crust. I would tell you how to pre-bake this, but recipes vary in how you want to pre-bake the crust. Some tell you to dock it, others don't. Some tell you to pre-bake it, others tell you to use the raw crust. So, as far as right now goes, I'll leave things off. But you now have a delicious pie crust ready to be filled with whatever you want. And if you want to see what I've filled mine with, be sure to subscribe to see tomorrow's nifty recipe based on the game Puppeteer. But I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. I hope you give it a try at home. Ingredient list is in the description box down below. Be sure to subscribe for more game reviews and nifty recipes. And as always, have a mighty nifty day today.